So how does it feel for you to be at the Media Access Awards tonight?
I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm honored. I'm getting presented the Harold Russell Award tonight, so I feel extremely honored to be receiving this award. And I'm extremely thankful for all of you for your continued support to make the change in the film industry.
We love that word change here at KNEKT. Our mission is to believe, connect, and change the world. How are you using your platform to believe, connect, and change the world?
First off, I'm extremely fortunate and blessed to have my platform right now. After having been on several shows, I have several platforms, and it's really helped me build it all up. And really, I couldn't have done this without the support of my closest friends and the whole disabled community. And that's how we can make change happen. We can't do it alone by yourself.
Question?
Of course, actually. So you were on Top Model?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I was on Top Model and then Dancing with the Stars.
How does it feel to be on Dancing with the Stars?
How does it feel to, repeat the question?
To be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
I remember the very first meeting when they asked me to get involved, and they said, "Hey, Nyle, we'd make wonderful TV." And I said, "Yeah, but I knew I couldn't dance at all. I was scared, but I really wanted to take on that challenge and that opportunity to really reframe the deaf community." And so I was nervous, but at the same time, I was excited during the whole shoot.
Last question for us, and we'll let you get out of here. How are you utilizing different question, I'm sorry. For anybody that is watching this right now that may be lacking some sort of inspiration, they have a disability and they're frustrated, they are depressed, and they don't necessarily know what to do, what would be your advice to them?
First off, I always tell people to find a way to embrace your own identity, because that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you different. And that is your superpower. And deafness is my advantage, and I've used it, and I continue to use it. And so first off, you embrace your identity and use social media to create a change too, because there's a wonderful opportunity there to create change that way.
We love everything that you do. Continue to inspire, continue to be the change. And if there's anything we can ever do for you, please let us know.
And to use your empowerment confidence too, I bet.
Can you repeat the question, please?
I'm sorry. What does empowerment mean to you?
What does empowerment mean to you?
In the entertainment industry, empowerment really means that you include people with disabilities behind the camera, because that's where authenticity happens, and that's what empowerment to me would look like in the Hollywood industry.
We love it. We got to let him go.
Yes.
We love you so much. Thank you so much for coming by here. Thank you.
Love you too.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
First, I want to tell you a little bit about this award. In 1947, Harold Russell, a double-hand amputee, won not only one, but 2 Academy Awards on the same night for his unforgettable role as Homer Parrish in the Oscar-winning film, The Best Years of Our Lives. It's amazing. Harold was a true pioneer, and tonight we celebrate another true pioneer. Tonight's recipient of the Harold Russell Award is a model, a dancer, an actor, and an activist. I mean, I don't want to sound like a stalker, but Nyle has inspired me to do so many things. I mean, basically everything Nyle has done, I have done too. Now, Nyle learned sign language. I learned sign language too. Nyle has a degree in mathematics. My dad is a mathematician. Nyle won America's Next Top Model, so have I mean, in my mind. And Nyle won Dancing with the Stars, and so has my son, also in my mind. But in all seriousness, Nyle is a game changer. He started the Nyle DiMarco Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that exists as a national philanthropic resource for organizations, institutions, and individuals working to improve the lives of every deaf person in the world. And he didn't just win America's Next Top Model and Dancing with the Stars, he was the first deaf person to ever win, paving the way for so many other people. He's also been featured in the TV show Switched at Birth, This Close, and the Shondaland ABC series Station 19, among many others. So in addition to his impressive body of work, he advocates for representation behind and in front of the camera, empowering deaf people as actors, writers, directors, and producers. He says, there is no true representation if we're not part of the story being told. In order to improve our society as a whole, every marginalized group needs to be included in the conversation, whether it's political, social, or within the entertainment industry. I mean, that is worth applauding, and thank you so much for that. Let's watch a little of Nile's work.
Oh, I didn't realize you can't. You're deaf. I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're saying right now. Oh, right, yeah, you want to get back to work?
Action! This is your time.
What the heck?
And action!
To my heartbeat sound, we fell in love.
What did you say, Carrie Ann?
I said thank you for showing us your beautiful heart when you dance. So thank you.
Nyle and
Woo! Now that is a sign everyone knows. It is my very distinct honor to present this year's SAG-AFTRA Harold Russell Award to my friend, the fearless and fabulous Nyle DiMarco.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. Do you want to hold it while I sign? Okay, thanks. You know, I could sign with one hand, but my left hand you know, and it's just as important as my right hand. And so, you know, it comes in handy, right, to have both hands? All right. So I'm humbled and honored to accept the SAG-AFTRA Harold Russell Award. Thank you to the Media Access Awards and Easter Seals. First off, I just wanted to tell a brief story. And it's about what I learned during my trajectory in the entertainment industry. When I was involved in America's Top Model and Dancing with the Stars, I had interviews with field producers, and we were chatting, and I heard over and over again questions about the challenges that I was facing growing up as a deaf person. And they kept asking the same things. And the field producers would ask questions like, hey, Nyle, so when you were in 5th grade, how did you handle being bullied as a deaf kid? Hey, Nyle, what was the most challenging experience as a deaf person that you had? Or, Nyle, do you wish you were hearing? Nyle, you know, how are you so positive despite your disability? And after weeks and weeks of these repeated questioning, you know, I was just trying to avoid and dodge these questions, and finally I was fed up. And I was so sick of those questions. And so when they asked me the next time, I stopped the field producer right there, right in the middle of, you know, that patronizing question. And I said, my life has been a utopia. It's been a perfect world. I lived a barrier-free life growing up. And I was born to a large deaf family with over 25 deaf members. And I'm a 4th-generation deaf person myself. And growing up, I went to deaf school, and I was never bullied, ever. Not even once. You know, I never wished that I was hearing. And at that moment, the field producer broke down and started crying, and just bawling, crying hard, and said, Nyle, you make my job hard. And I said, hold on, my normal life makes your job hard? You know, able-bodied hearing people in general, they generally think that it's literally impossible for disabled people to be happy. Is that the truth? So at that moment, I was wondering, why do people think that way? And then I realized the answer was, it's how TV and film portrays us. Right? Is that right? So we all know it, of course. But, you know, it's a mono perspective that they've been directing and perceiving us. And how do we change this? The answer is literally in awards like this, like the Harold Russell Award. So this award was created by a person named Harold Russell. And Harold Russell had a role in the best years of our lives. And that director had worked with him. And actually, the original script had to be rewritten to accommodate and reflect Harold's real-life experience. And that happened. The cause of that was just a massive commercial success in the end. And it ended up winning 7 awards in total. And so Harold ended up winning an Academy Award for the second time, for part 2, and it was extremely unique. And decades later, we still can use that inspiration from his own true story and encourage the industry to tell authentic stories about and by people with disabilities. And the awards and box office success is possible when you create and write authentic stories by including people with disabilities in that process, like directors, writers, all of the above, in the story-making process. Now again, thank you Media Access Awards for all the work that you do in recognition of talent and you're a game-changing group of people here tonight. And I really wish that I could mic drop, but I don't use a mic. Thank you.